Hello everyone, welcome to Internet Business Show. Do you know that in our own era, that the internet is by far the greatest platform you can use to create wealth? My name is Chris Annie, and welcome to Internet Business Show. And I have with me here one of the young millionaires that's already making wave on the internet, someone who the internet has given financial freedom, somebody who has harnessed the power of the internet. He's also a student of mine, a core mentee of mine, and then flew in from Rwanda today, and I said, no, you're going to be on this show. Before I introduce this internet millionaire, let's quickly go on this short break. We'll be right back.
The world is changing. It is becoming more digital, and so is the future of our money. At Crypto Life Capital, we are helping you grow wealth by investing in digital currencies, because we believe that digital currencies break down barriers and change the world economy. We have a team of experienced traders who are dedicated to helping your investment grow. We make investment easy and stress-free for you. Crypto Life Capital is Africa's first crypto asset portfolio investment and management platform committed to helping investors, individuals and institutions gain passive income and build long-term wealth through the crypto market. We provide exposure to price movements of a diversified mix of crypto assets, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and large and small cap innovative digital projects. Do you want to build wealth in crypto? Then invest in Crypto Life Capital today. It's time to go Crypto Life.
I told you that the internet is the platform, if not the biggest economy currently in the world, that you can use to create wealth for yourself. And young people across the world are already creating massive wealth from the internet. I have with me here Tamilore. Tamilore, so good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again.
I used to call him the Aki Alabi Jr. the low budget Aki Alabi. Because he looks like Aki Alabi, and Aki Alabi is also a mentor of his. And it's so good to see you, Tammy.
Yeah, good to see you.
How's Rwanda been?
Beautiful, great.
You wish you didn't come back again.
Honestly, like landing in Nigeria, and like you're just, man, I'm back here again.
And you came back when we don't have light, we don't have fuel. And for those watching us in diaspora, I'm sure you guys have fuel. But let's meet Tammy. Who is Tammy?
My name is Adewi Tamilore. I'm an internet marketer, and I just graduated from the University of Ibadan. I studied religious studies.
Interesting.
And I'm also like trying to do a number of things online, build startups, and just like trying a lot of things on the internet.
That's great. So how long have you been in the internet business space?
Over 3 years now. I started 2018 November.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your entry like? Could you just narrate? How did you just enter into the internet? Did you just wake up one day and saw a computer and said, I'll start making money, or what?
Okay, so for me, the dream was not actually anything around business or marketing. My dream was to become a lecturer, because my dad was a lecturer, and then I grew up with like having lecturers around me. So, and sort of I was brilliant, or they told me I was brilliant as per book brilliant.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
So I got into school. My whole aim was I just wanted to become a professor, and that was why when I eventually chose religious studies, it wasn't a problem for me, because I knew I wanted to go into academics. And I got into school. 100 level, I was on the first class, 200 level, and I was on the first class, and then 2018, this long ASU strike came. So I was just
ASU strike again.
And we are even on strike again. Now. So we're on strike at that point, and I really didn't have anything to do. And you know, unlike maybe the rich families, I'm like from a very average family. When they strike, no money. So I was at home, literally idle, and I was just finding ways by which I could make money online. So I stumbled on this particular post of Africa's young entrepreneurs. So they said submit a business pitch and you could win 1 million naira funding. So when I saw it, I knew that I could like research because I was like writing research papers in school and all that. So I was like, okay, let me explore this. I did not have business idea. So I sat down, I was like, okay, what are the things that are trending in the world? So I was like, health, technology, and agric. So I came up with an idea that I called fresh farm produce. The whole idea was that we're going to be getting farm produce directly from the source, and then we'll sell it on the internet using technology. So I came up with the idea, I drew up the business plan, just watching videos on YouTube, and then I pitched to Africa's young entrepreneurs. We're like 60,000 people. That was my first real time in Lagos. So I came to Yaba, they did filtering. At the end of the day, we're like 200 left, and I got to the finals. Apparently, I don't know what happened. I just know I did not get the money. So that was my first time in Lekki. They invited us to the final at this Pistis Conference Center. So Don Jazzy came and some motivational speakers, and then they spoke about how we could start a business online. We don't have to wait for the funding. Actually, they gave some people the money, but they only gave people that have already started something. But for me, it was just an idea. So I was like, okay. So that night, I was just like waiting on this Lekki Road around that Elegushi side. And then I saw this particular guy by the petrol station where I was staying. This guy drove in with about 6 cars in his convoy, about 3 Mercedes, 3 Audis. And I always tell people that that guy was the guy that spurred me into like going to make money online. So while I was waiting for the person that was going to come pick me up, I was just pressing my phone and Googling how much is this car. And I was seeing 17 million, 18 million. And I knew quite all right that the salary of a lecturer was maybe like 6 million per annum. So I knew that if I went into lecturing, I was never going to be able to buy all of those cars. So I was like, okay, they brought this motivational speaker. That was like my first time listening to a motivational speaker real time. Billy Selikane from South Africa. And it was like, you can sell for people even if you don't have a product. So I was like, okay, who can I sell for? And you know, my mom has a shop. So I was thinking I was going to go sell for my mom, and I just was playing around it. Then I got back to Ibadan. Then I remembered my best friend's cousin was selling tie and dye shirts. So I called him on the phone. Hi, brother, it's like one of the very great people that helped me. And then I reached out to him. He said no problem. He took pictures of the shirts and sent to me. So I downloaded this logo maker app on Play Store. I designed a logo. I just like normal free logo, and then I called my upcoming brand Poshi Wears. So my nickname in secondary school was Posho. Then my best friend's nickname was Oshi. So I was telling him that we should do a partnership. So that was why we called it Poshi Wears. And then 30th November, we came for the seminar here 25th of November. And then 30th November, I launched out 5 days after. And then I shared it on all the WhatsApp groups, UI groups that I was in. And then that night, I made like 6 sales. Like people were sending me money for something they had not seen. Like I did not understand it. And that was like just the beginning for me.
Do you call this affiliate marketing?
Some people call it affiliate marketing, some people call it drop shipping, but for me, I just wanted to make money. Really.
Interesting. And so the next question is this. I know you as an affiliate marketer. If this is your first contact in affiliate marketing, and with all that we've been hearing about affiliate marketing, what do you think affiliate marketing is to you, and how did you start?
Okay, so for me, I actually believe everything I've done all my life is around affiliate marketing because even when it comes to the tie and dye thing, you know, affiliate marketing is simply selling other people's products for a commission. So when it comes to the tie and dye thing, I actually did not own the product. I was selling for that my best friend's cousin, and then it was going to give me a part of his profit. The only difference was that I branded it. Like I named it Poshi Wears and I was selling, and that was how I was making the money. And then I really did not know what I was doing till December 2019. So all through 2019, I was selling shirts, all these shoes, Nike slides, and I was doing pretty well. And at the end of 2019, I downloaded like my bank statement there, And then I saw that I made like 7 million in revenue.
Wow.
Selling shirts, because I saw that I sold about 1,063 shirts in 2019.
Wow. Wow.
So,
wow.
and I did the maths. The profit margin was very low. All the profit I had to myself at the end of the year was less than 600K after selling something of about 7 million. It didn't tally because literally I was a delivery boy. Like I was not making the shirt, so I had to go collect the shirt, deliver. So it was very, very hectic. So at that point, I'd met Akin Alabi, Tonyo Motoshaw, Ronald Nzimura, where they talked about affiliate marketing, but I didn't take it serious as per.
So do you think that experience of you selling wares did something good for you aside the money part?
Yes, it really did. It exposed me to like communicating with people, knowing how to interact with customers, knowing how to close sales, knowing how to use social media to actually sell. Because I didn't have any prior experience.
So it's not a regret?
Not at all.
Even if the commission was small?
No, not at all.
You still had to. You see, because the other day I was with your friend, the Port TV guy, and I have to re-emphasize this again. You know, the Bible says faith coming by hearing and by the hearing of the word. So it means that you hear the first time. And so our audience need to hear this again, and everyone watching this needs to hear this again. That you can practice something not for the money alone, but for the skill. I don't want to go, we're still going to go deep into his journey, okay? I wouldn't want to even call figures this day, because some of us today on the internet, it's like when people call some figures, you think 100 million naira is 100 million is not money. If you divide it by 580, that's less than $200,000, okay? And selling tie and dye shirt. I remember one time you came to my office, it was still that same tie and dye gift you gave to me. We snapped in the old office in Ikeja. But the lesson here is that this guy did this and learned on the job. Nobody will teach you marketing unless you go out there and market. Nobody will teach you how to sell until you. In short, we can sell courses for you. We can tell you all the advice until you go out there. I'm sure you guys will always hear me say this, how I went to Peace Park one day while I was in my year 2 or year 3. I had to go sell a book. And I was selling that book just because I wanted to beat the fear of selling. And the moment I got that skill, my life changed. I did that again while I was in year 2 So I took my suit one time. I took a bike, 500 naira bike. I was supposed to just take keke. I said, bike, take me to the tutorial center. I went to the tutorial place. I was selling. I sold 2 books for 200 naira. So my bike money to and fro was 500. So it means I was at a net loss of 100 naira. But what did I do? I was happy. I got back to I was happy. You know why? That somebody can give you money just for you to talk.
Exactly.
So the moment you know, it's like the first day you earn your first $1 on the internet. You've just opened for yourself a new world of possibilities. That people can give you money because of a particular action you have taken. And that's an interesting thing. So how did you, if you're to succeed doing internet business, what major skills do one need to develop in the game?
I think there are a lot of skills that one has to like put into consideration, but sales is like the top one. So aside sales, one also has to like have, learn to like do things spontaneously, because ideas would come up, products would come up, but trying out these things one after the other would be the only way you're going to know the one that would work. So you really would not know whether you're going to succeed at one or not. You just have to keep trying. So one has to like have like a very great resilience spirit, patience. Just like I said, all the ruggedness. I had to do delivery. There was a particular day that I went to Iwo Road. So I had like a delivery that I didn't deliver on time. So I went to Iwo Road, I was trying to cross the road, and a bike actually hit me.
Wow.
So, and then like I still stood up, I completed the delivery, and like everything was going. I remember there was also this delivery that I went to do at a particular place. The guy said he had transferred to me. I didn't receive the alert, 30 minutes. He said he showed me the alert, and then I went home. I didn't see any alert till tomorrow. So like all of those things just like compound over time, and it just builds up to help you become a better person.
Interesting.
And you can now like communicate better with people, understand problems, because business in itself is about solving problems. It is when your product solves problem for people that is going to, like, that they are going to pay for it.
Yes.
Because for me, back then, when I was doing the tie and dye thing, my main target audience were actually students. And you know, a lot of students wanted to wear new clothes and they wanted to wear quality clothes. But most times, those clothing were expensive. But for me at that point, I just branded it. I don't know, I learned most of the things on YouTube, but I branded it to like look special. And people were buying it because of the whole idea. Like, I had very nice delivery bags. My mom was very, very supportive. So she would like help me go to Lagos, like come to Lagos, buy all those fancy delivery bags. I'll write notes to like, oh, thank you for patronizing Poshy Wears. After they get it, I'll call them. And like, it just made it like feel very special. And till today, I still have some of those people that I bought back then still in my list. And they've even bought other products that I've tried to sell afterwards.
Interesting. And so I know you're a student of DABA and some of the things we do. How did you come in contact with DABA?
Okay, so, you know, like all of these things, like I said, I started them in school.
Yeah.
So I was in school, and then there's this guy in my hostel, Michael. So Michael was always coming to my side. I think it was close to my room. No, we're both honorables at the legislative hostel, whatever, council, and then
I see the House of Rep member thing.
So that was how we like started vibing, and it was like, there's this Chris Annie guy, he talks about crypto, and you know, me, I was already making money in my hostel then. I was already teaching some other people, but I was like the only one making money. Well, so I was making money, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with money. So I wanted to invest, you know, just like the typical person. So towards that 2019 December, so that was when Michael told me about Chris Annie. I was like, okay, Chris Annie. I started following status, and I really did not follow as per, I did not even understand what investment was. So, and that's why I always tell people, before you go into anything, actually understand what you're going into. So there was this bros. So that bros was like, oh, he could buy Bitcoin for me and all that. So I sent him all the money that I saved for that year. And then he said they hacked his wallet. All my profits that I made in 2019 went like right before my eyes. The only thing that brought me back that year was because I won 100K scholarship in school. And it was that money that I now used to like carry body and cover up, and nobody knew what happened. And that was why I now like became super intentional. And I remember, of course, I chatted with you on WhatsApp. You gave me the opportunity to come to your office at Ikeja. And I remember vividly well how you told me, oh, Tammy, take a flight. I remember vividly well, and like that was what made me try out flying, because for me, at that point, I just recovered from that loss. Of course, I was still making money, but then it was not like,
it could be very discouraging.
It was discouraging. So I could have saved that money, but then what you told me just gave me that ginger. And immediately after I took that step, my mindset jumped up. And averagely, I was making 100K a month profit. Let's say from the beginning of 2020, January, I made, let's say, 120K. February, I made like another 120K. So that March was when I met you. I remember I met you on the 2nd of March. Then I traveled on the 4th of March. And at the end of March, I made 400K profits that month. And that was when I told myself, man, I'm never going to travel by road again. I don't have to. And you remember that I now started saying I wanted to travel with you to Dubai and all of that and all of that.
This conversation is getting more interesting, and I want us to go on a short break. And when we come back, we're going to go deep dive, okay? How important is mentorship in success and in business? We'll be right back. Let's go. Skip this ad just as you skip buying Bitcoin at $4,000 and Ethereum at $100 in 2020. And now, Bitcoin and Ethereum have reached a new all-time high in price. Don't you want to learn how to make money by trading and investing in cryptocurrencies in 2021 and beyond? In 2020, during the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, I wrote an article advising people and pushing them to buy Bitcoin, stablecoin, and other cryptocurrency. I'm sure those who took my advice are richer now. 2021 is another year that opens opportunities for you to make money from the crypto market. There are two sets of people watching this video right now. The first one are those who are going to ignore this offer, make mistakes, make excuse, and move on. The second one are those who are going to take this offer, join my students who are making millions from the cryptocurrency market. My name is Chris Ani, Africa's #1 crypto influencer, teacher, and founder, DABA.school. Welcome to my online course. In this Trade and Make Money course, you learn how to buy, how to sell, coins to profit from, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, how to spot a coin that will make you money, how to also avoid losses in the cryptocurrency market, and a lot more. Not just that, when you get this course, you will also be added to my private premium signal room where you will see the coins to buy and the coins to profit from. So what are you waiting for? Click the link below to get this course, or go to www.daba.school and get the Trade and Make Money course. You can also download the DABA app and get the course on your DABA app. What are you waiting for? I'll see you there. Welcome back. We've been having an interesting conversation, and I'm sure if Tamilore was to do the testimony thing, when he came in contact with Grace, his income level increased. But yeah, Tammy, I want to ask you this, and I want the audience and the viewers. There are students currently who are home because of ASU. There are people who are struggling to get admission. And there are those who are graduates and they are frustrated already, no job. And there are those who are still going about sending CVs to one place. I'm not saying that is bad. There are those who just finished youth service and they are back home now. There are those watching this on their phone. They are somewhere in Niger, Abuja, Lagos during camp, their youth service. And
my classmates are in camp at the moment. You
can imagine. And they are waiting. They're like, what's the thing? How important do you think mentorship is to any young person today? How important? What's the role of mentorship in the life of a young person if he wants to succeed in business or in life?
Okay, one thing I would always say about mentorship is mentorship gives direction. A mentor would not do everything for you, but a mentor sort of like creates the paths on which you can walk. And I'm just going to give a couple of examples. I remember, so, you know, I told you I met Akin Alabi April 11, 2019. But after I met him, obviously, I had learned about information marketing. So, and that was when I went ahead to create my first ebook. I titled it Education Not Schooling. So I was talking about how you could make money while in school and also have good academic grades there. And it made me some good money, but I didn't really even take it serious there. I was more focused on the time and thing. But towards the beginning of 2020, when I now started taking affiliate marketing itself serious. Now, the first person that took a bet on me was this Samson Ojegbiase. So Samson Ojegbiase is like the son of Dr. Ojegbiase.
Yes.
So
blessed memory.
Of blessed memory. And so he was like, he just launched an affiliate marketplace, JV marketplace. I signed up on it because I knew that Dr. Ojegbiase was Akin Alabi's mentor. And that was the first platform I started promoting. I made good money off it. I was able to build one or two stuffs of the place as well. And other than the fact that that gave me a sort of leverage, like mentorship gives leverage. So it gave me a sort of leverage and gave me that head start to now like start pushing. And then some months down the line, after promoting some apps here and there on JVZoo as well, then I now remember that I now came in contact with Mr. Michael on Twitter. And myself and Mr. Michael like matched quickly because sort of Akin Alabi was always a part of my story. And he trusted me so well and we just vibed. And meeting him was what made me understand one part of affiliate marketing. We were like, okay, there's opportunity in affiliate marketing, there's money there. But even after that, I did not still totally grab the whole idea around. Like I was doing it, you know, you can be doing something, but they say you learn on the job. And that's why I always tell most of my guys that, see, mentorship sometimes doesn't always have to be from elderly people. Sometimes your mates can be your mentor.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, when your mate or someone
Peer
around
mentors,
your age
yes.
is actually your mentor, it helps you a lot more better. And I remember that time I was in Aba, then I came to Port Harcourt to meet you, and that was the first time I was meeting Chigozie.
Yeah.
And we were in that lodge that you lodged at Port Harcourt,
yeah.
and then
very interesting
that
job.
night, sad night. So I sat down, Chigozie talked all the talk of this life. It was like, I'm thinking like a poor man. You know, for me, in 2020, August, let's say making 400K, 500K a month was a big deal. Like, it made sense to me. Like, I was feeling like it was not even comfortable. I did not need the money.
Yeah.
So even like in my head, I would just be like, Professor said, we don't do same level. And then he was like telling me how this thing has small money. Why
he was telling you
so, and then he now explained some platforms that he had worked on, the money they've made there, how some people were making some money, and he just like he sat down, you know, Chigozie is actually younger than I am, but then he sat me down like my older brother and explained all of these things. And at that point, I'd taken some courses here and there, but as per like it was like the facilitator on DABA school. So I now went ahead to take his course on DABA school, and I like always tell my guys and whatever that one thing that has made me the most money is one particular strategy that I learned from Chigozie. A lot of people are now beginning to use it. It's like a bonus strategy. Of course, I'm not going to talk about it.
You're not going to share it here.
Well,
Chigozie is the facilitator for the 7-figure affiliate marketing course on DABA. And so if you want to learn that one, like what he shared with Tamilore, go and get that affiliate marketing course. It's not like what you see everywhere. It's special. Go ahead.
So I took the course, you know, like after he talked to me, in fact, I told my friends about it, like, this guy, one guy like that I met, he told me this, like, this guy in a beast. And so I took the course, I took it serious, and suddenly, I remember I told him now, like, we left, I was in Port Harcourt September, and by the end, no, I was in Port Harcourt early September, and September ending that year was the first time I made 1.5 million in a month. So you know, I've been saying I wanted to go to Dubai, but in the real sense, I would not have been able to afford Dubai.
The Dubai trip.
And within the space of that month, I was able to cover a lot, and I could afford the trip, everything. And I even won the flight tickets from Mr. Michael, working with him, and a lot of that. And it gave me a lot of exposure. And then, of course, the guidance from him, Mr. Michael, Mr. Ronald, yourself, and even when I came into crypto, like if I had known about crypto earlier, or would I say if I had understood crypto earlier better, I would not have made some silly mistakes that I made. But the time we were in Dubai, I remember vividly well that like, you know, we went to Abuja for that boot camp, and then Chigozie was saying you told them to buy BNB. And at that point in time, I had a savings of maybe like $7,000. I was like, me BNB. So I even had what's it called, XRP. I sold it. I was using my money to buy stocks. So you know, remember I told you now, before you now told me that it was a stupid idea.
Buying Nigerian stocks.
So it was just like mentorship gives direction. It gives precision and just helps you achieve things faster. Interesting.
You see, one of the things you just even reminded me of our Dubai journey, and I'm sure when others are watching this video, it's to be when I'm in Dubai again. And Dubai is such an interesting place. I remember when they went to Dubai, you see, exposure matters.
A lot.
The likes of Chigozie, when he was in Nigeria, won't be talking. He just likes doing his thing one-on-one and all that. When he got to Dubai, I saw the affiliate marketer and you and Chigozie come out again. So these guys, I need to really talk about that side. So these guys, my wife and I, have been in Dubai several times. And only for these guys to become our Google map in Dubai. And the next thing is, we want to buy perfume, they'll take us to, they will go and negotiate deal with that one. We're bringing customers for you. So if we bring customers for you, and I saw them do real life affiliate marketing. So when we buy 1 or 2 or 4 perfumes, those guys will bring one. While he was in Dubai, he was already asking people to send money to buy shoe while we get a commission. He has not bought the shoe. He will just say, this is the picture of the shoe. I saw in Nike, and this is the amount, and add his own commission to it. So you in Nigeria, you will see it on his WhatsApp status, and you will send him money. He will use the money, buy the shoe, and come back to Nigeria with it. And it's amazing how such exposure can do what can do to you. And that's what I'm saying in 2022. For those of you who are DABA students, or those of you who are my mentees, when I'm saying my mentees, you know yourself. It's not the one that will come and be asking you, come and mentor me. No. You're my mentee or my student. 2022, okay, you can plan for December. I have several journeys I'm doing for the year. After Dubai, I'm doing Europe, okay. But you want to start with Dubai. You can just we'll just go in group. Have that kind of boot camp mentality. I'm telling you, those type of times you spend, they are priceless. You can't get them all the time. Never. You can't get them all the time. How many people want to come and stay with Christianity and say I'm traveling? Yeah, I don't even have time for myself. Talk less of a student who wants to know. Okay, and when you do these things, they give you direction, they give you energy, they give you confidence, they boost you. And the things you think you cannot do before, you start seeing yourself doing more over time. Tammy, I want us to do something. Many people say affiliate marketing and internet business has been a scam. If you have to debunk this statement, what would you say? You see what has been going on Twitter. The other day, Caleb say I've sold 100 million in 16 months. I was like, and somebody was like, how did this in the affiliate marketing? I better go again, all those nonsense. And they forget that some people in crypto, for instance, in one single WhatsApp group, do transactions of over 100 million naira daily. Some people even do $1 million weekly. Transaction, they didn't say profit. Transaction, you can do a transaction of $1 million and maybe just 2%. Okay, 10% of $1 million is $100,000.
1% is $10,000.
$10,000. Okay, somebody who is doing 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5% weekly is the money. So when people say they've done this, don't go and start helping. You know, there's this poverty mentality on ground that people start helping you if they're selling a course of 50,000 and you tell them this course is 50,000. They start calculating. You say 1,000 people are paid for. They start calculating your money, 50,000.
Where do people find the money to buy it?
Find the money to buy it. In making money on the internet, please kill this your poverty mentality. Africa, Nigeria, stop this thing. Some of us that know certain, you know, as I'm talking to you now, some of the backlash I've received on the internet, I'm a very wild person, you know. But it's making me now know that I should be keeping some things to myself and just be sharing with my mentees. Yeah. Because there are things you don't give to the public. So some of my mentees just come, I have a small meeting with them, share those things with them, and they use it and carry on. Because when people don't value those knowledge, no matter how you give it out for free, it will never change their life. Never. It will not. So tell us, what would you tell to someone who is saying all this internet business, internet marketing, affiliate marketing is a scam? What would you say to debunk it?
I think what I would just say is, what you don't know, you don't know. And instead of acting ignorant, you should seek knowledge. Because for someone that doesn't seek knowledge, you will remain ignorant. Yeah. And you just keep acting stupidly. Because, you know, the problem with some of these people that are even talking about this thing is that they sort of have some influence and they are poisoning other people's minds. True. Which maybe is a problem for those people, but really it's not going to affect anyone. Because I've even come to a realization these days that Nigeria alone has a population of over 200 million people. And all of us on Twitter are just one tiny fraction. True. So, like, I used to think everyone knows about affiliate marketing already. But you now see every day I get up to 50 emails of, please, what is affiliate marketing? Yes. I'm like, some people don't even know this thing.
A lot don't know. This is a big point. A lot. I used to even assume that for crypto. And that's why I'm doing this webinar I want to do in April. I used to assume crypto is everything. Until you sit down and start educating. And every day I get inbox, what's the crypto thing? What's this crypto thing? So I think that one of the things we should not do, the mistake we shouldn't make in 2022 is feel that Twitter is all of the market.
Exactly. Twitter is
just a
so
small
insignificant.
Fraction. It's so a small fraction.
And I think another thing is, I think one reason why I stopped like paying a lot of attention to some of these things now boils down to some of the things I've learned. Like you said earlier, you don't even share everything online. Yeah. I think it gets to like a certain stage where you just know, like you don't really care about anyone's validation. Like, I don't care. And then I was traveling, you know, you always talk about like traveling, and for me, I love to, like, that's now my new hobby. And I've been traveling. And after traveling for a while, I decided I was going to travel via business class. So, of course, it's like more expensive and all that, which was quite difficult for my mind to contain. But then I did it. And then I was traveling from Accra to Addis Ababa. That was sometimes in January. And then I was on this flight where, you know, like this life no balance. And in the business class cabin, we're just like 6. So, you know, unlike if you are in economy, the way nobody is coming to talk to you. So it was like everyone is coming, hi, what's up, how are you doing? My name is this. So this guy just came to me and was like, oh, my name is this, blah, blah, blah. And we just got talking. So, and I told him about this, my journey handler idea, what he felt about it, because he said he's an investment banker. So I felt, so he was like, oh, he helps like his clients to buy businesses, invest in them, and he does analysis. So I gave him all the breakdown of what I was trying to do. He advised me accordingly. And somehow, it was now like, why am I pushing for this business at the moment? What I'm doing at the moment, how much is it making me a month? So I was like, now I'm making quite a lot, but I'm just trying to diversify. And I said, okay, what's the quite a lot that you're making? So I gave him the figure. I was like, that he is sad with his job and he's trying to even switch jobs. That by the end of this year, he's open. The guy is 27. So he said he earns $60,000 a month salary. So that's why sometimes I even see posts on Twitter that say your salary is the kiniko that they are using to steal your dream. And this guy is collecting $60,000 monthly salary, investment banker. And I'm like, okay. So I did not know before. Now I'm seeing life from a very different perspective. I met another guy that was a farmer. That guy said he has like farms in Norway, and it was like monthly he makes up to like $80,000 just from his farm. And in my head I was like, farmer, $80,000. Like I could not fathom those things, but because I was now meeting people that were doing it, I'm now understanding. And that's why ignorance is always
when you are not exposed to certain things. I said there was a time I went to Dubai and I just had to lodge at Millennium Street, one of those Airbnb, and I stayed in that skyscraper. The moment I stood there, it was as if all the people that have been fighting me and those that I'm fighting, as if all of them left me. I was at peace. I was seeing the world. I came back, I said, why should I even be quarreling with people? Why should I be agreeing with you? So sometimes when I see that I'm becoming soldier, I say, okay, it's time to travel. So you don't allow Nigeria overcome you. And when you don't see life from this perspective, you start talking from a one-sided view. You start talking from a dark side. When you don't know that there are people who are earning $1 million monthly from what they are doing on the internet. It is when there are things you will taste, you will see, you will know, no. When somebody says 100 million, you don't see it. There's a time when we started DABA, my goal for that period was to just cross 50 million in sales. When we crossed 50 million in sales, my dream went wild. We crossed 100 million. We crossed to 200 million. It was then I started doing that.
I'm dreaming small, though.
This thing is small. 1 billion is less than $2 million. So now my new goal now is I want to do sales meeting. That in one meeting I'll finish selling, and in 24 hours I should be recording sale of 100 million. Either I'm going to do it by then I plan another way. One day I'm going to call my mentees. No, I'm not planning now. I can just call mentees, maybe 100 of them, 1 million, and they will pay. I'll host them in a place, and I'll get 100 million in one weekend. So the more you see how people do things, the more you get more exposed. You know that life is not about coming to argue about how something is not possible. If people can, the kind of money in the world is massive. We'll be right back on the short break, and we'll come back. Tammy will share a word of advice and will tell us about his latest company that he's building. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you've not gotten anything in this teaching or in this talk show, internet business talk show, I'm sure there are lessons you've been learning. We just finished talking about why your exposure matters a lot. We talked about mentorship. He has shared his journey. And I want to encourage you wherever you are. leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, share with us 5 things you've learned in this show. Aside that, go on Twitter, tag DABA TV, DABA School, Tamilore, Chris Annie, tag us, share with us what you've been learning on this internet business show. Tammy, you've been building something lately. What's the company?
It's a travel company called Johnny Handler.
Okay.
The whole idea around it is just to simplify travel and help people travel using crypto.
Okay.
You know, I've like fallen in love with travel over time, and then one thing I've noticed over the last few months or maybe like couple months traveling is that crypto has actually made life a lot more easier for me. I don't think I've touched dollars in a while.
True.
Everything I've had to deal with is crypto. So, and like everything is actually possible using crypto. And you know, unlike Nigerian banks, not even only Nigerian banks, African banks generally, there are like lots of limitations and all of that. And you know, one of the whole idea around cryptocurrency itself is not just for us to buy it and invest it. The whole idea around cryptocurrency in itself is actually we're buying it so we can use it. So we want to build use case for crypto, and we don't want it to be that now I have Bitcoin. I have to change it back to fiat to be able to buy a flight ticket. How can you buy a flight ticket,
without
book an accommodation directly using your crypto, especially in Africa? So that's what I'm trying to do.
Especially with the kind of bank limits they even give to our cards.
Terrible.
And I'm excited about that. This thing. What's the handle? You have a good
website? Johnny and www.johnnyandler.com. We're still building it. Really, you know, technology sometimes can be intricate, and also it's like tasking. I'm not like the tech guy, but then we're like totally working on it. We've like gotten a good number of bookings. We get good bookings monthly without any sort of advertisement or anything yet. But you know, we don't want to like push it out too much so that we'll not now like disappoint our customers. So we're like trying to take it one step at a time.
And that's an interesting thing to do. What are the words of advice you have for anyone who's watching today?
I think the first thing is know exactly what you want out of life. You know, for me, I always tell people that you don't have to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone will be an entrepreneur.
Of course.
And at the same time, you don't have to say you want to be an employee. Some people might become something very different. But what is most important is identifying yourself and knowing what exactly works for you. And even after identifying yourself, you must now be courageous enough to know when to switch if you are pursuing something. Like, you might say you want to become a crypto trader or maybe crypto investor, and maybe you've tried, things are not just working out for you. You know, one thing I always say is there's the place of hard work, there's the place of smart work, but there's also the place of luck. So some people might not just be lucky with some certain things. So don't be scared, don't be shy, try out different things. But in as much as you want to try out different things, learn to commit to one thing first. Give it your energy, give it your all, and be sure that, oh, this thing is working or not working for me before you move on to another thing.
Interesting time. Tam, it's been a wonderful time with you. I had to talk about the issue. I said whenever he's back in Nigeria, come straight. Don't go to your house. Come straight to the studio. I want to have this session with you. And that's it on Internet Business Show. We're going to have our bonus question session. And this time, you're going to just answer once. Okay? We'll give you just talk once. If not, you submit $1,000 crypto here. So I'm going to ask bonus question now. I'm sure you guys are ready. VAR, open so that you don't, if Tamilore cheat us, you just open the VAR. Okay? So, who do you admire the most?
In terms of?
A person, any person.
I think Aki Alabi.
Interesting. If you could buy any type of food right now, what would you buy?
Amala.
If a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be? Who would play you? This question is technical.
I'm not even a movie person.
Interesting. Okay. So, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Favorite superhero? I think I've not watched so many of them, but I think I like the Flash guy.
Okay.
mainly because of like his daring nature, the way, obviously it's a movie, no doubt, but then like the way he was like out, irrespective of the timing, irrespective of the conditions out there. And you know, I don't.
Yeah, 1 minute has passed. One word that describes you in the last 10 years.
Growth.
And what word can we use to describe you now?
Growing.
Who is your favorite billionaire?
Favorite billionaire, Elon Musk.
Interesting. Everybody just keeps choosing Elon Musk. Nobody should be Jeff Bezos. Don't go and enjoy your life when you finish Amazon. And that's a wrap with Tammy. And I'm sure you guys have learned something. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. And the best thing you can also do is kindly share this video link with your friends and your loved ones. My name is Chris Annie, and keep watching DABA TV. Till I come your way next time. It's Internet Business Show. Do have a lovely week.